The Netflix documentary, The Social Dilemma, looks at how social media is widening an already deep political divide. Here's a clip.
What I want people to know is that everything they're doing online is being watched, is being tracked. Every single action you take is carefully monitored and recorded.
A lot of people think Google's just a search box and Facebook's just a place to see what my friends are doing. What they don't realize is there's entire teams of engineers whose job is to use your psychology against you. I was the co-inventor of...
Our Mike Alanos now joining us after you spoke with the director of this documentary. Tell us more.
Yeah, I watched it. I mean, it is jaw-dropping because the whole thing is, Robin, that these computer algorithms are designed to give us what we want. Even if you and I have Google searches, we're going to get different results based on what they know of us. So that could send me going this way, you going that way. Next thing you know, we're down these rabbit holes and our worldviews are completely different. Hence, we're a divided people. Here's more of my talk with Jeff Orlowski, the director of The Social Dilemma. Man, what a week it was last week as you took that in. What was your reaction based on The Social Dilemma and all the work you've done?
I think a lot of the people who work in this space, there was shock but not surprise. We were seeing the trends, we were seeing what our experts were saying, and our question was, where does this end up?
Over time, you have the false sense that everyone agrees with you because everyone in your newsfeed sounds just like you. And that once you're in that state, it turns out you're easily manipulated.
What you're saying is if you lean right, these algorithms, the way things are set up, will take you further right. If you lean left, it'll take you further left.
Exactly.
So we end up so polarized, we can't even find the middle.
People have been fed a story that has been reverse engineered for their particular brain, what is most engaging for them. This has been going on for a very, very long time. It doesn't stop on January 6th.
But you guys say in the documentary, no one is immune.
Yes.
Explain that.
Everybody likes to think, well, I know the truth. It's those crazy people over there that are getting fed misinformation. And yet they might have been so completely misled by different misinformation, whether over the short term or the long term.
People think that the algorithm is designed to give them what they really want, and it's not. The algorithm is actually trying to find a few rabbit holes that are very powerful.
Let's talk about suggested videos, where I may not even be looking for anything nefarious, and next thing you know, Facebook throws a conspiracy theory at me.
One of the big things that Facebook did was that a couple of years ago, they shifted more towards groups. They wanted you to find groups that you had interest in. And it turns out that from internal Facebook research that got leaked to the public, of all the people who were getting radicalized on Facebook, 64% of those people were being radicalized because of the group recommendations.
What do we demand from social media platforms moving forward?
We need to see all of these companies move away from the manipulative, surveillance-based, micro-targeting advertising business model. When you become radicalized to the point of this is my truth, that's the genie's out of the bottle, right? You can't undo that easily.
And Robin, the whole goal is to keep us engaged, keep us scrolling, and those companies make money. Jeff himself, he's unplugged, but he does say one thing we can do to make a difference is, an example is, do a reality swap. Find a friend or family member you disagree with, and then ask to see their social media feed, and then let them see yours, and just kind of get an idea of how our worldview is being shaped, and then talk about it.
Yeah, because it doesn't seem like there's any going back in terms of social media platforms. Like it's here. You can't put it back in the toothpaste tube.
No, exactly. And that's what he said. Even if you do try and bridge the divide, you get cheered more for blocking that person you disagree with than attacking that person. And all the people that like you cheer you on. It like feeds itself to be more divisive.
It does call for, I feel like, and maybe it's easier said than done, it does call for all of us to have a responsibility to educate ourselves about the sources that we're reading, and then, yes, to read something of another view so that you have at least two opposing views going into your brain, whether you agree with it or not. Yeah,
Well
better
said.
understanding. All right, thank you, dear.